And we are back with more HCS Pro League Fall 2017 season action. Elamite and T2 joining you here from the Xfinity desk. And we just saw a couple pretty epic series, honestly, here. Envy goes ahead and takes the first one. Optic Gaming answers back with the second one there. So, you know, trying to set themselves away, maintain that storyline that these two teams are the teams that deserve to be in the finals. We'll see how Denver plays out. But what we have left in store here for today is going to be our 5th through 8th seeded teams matching off against each other. And that very first series will be Luminosity going up against our Naventic lineup here. So before we go into that, if you want to know how you can get there and compete at the same event and match up against your favorite pros, make sure you register and get signed up for DreamHack Atlanta tickets. You go to the links at the bottom of your screen and find out there. Like we said, $200,000 prize pool here, and it is back to an open event here in Denver. So let's not waste any more time, Tom. We've got our matches lined up here. We know what's in store for the remainder of the night, and that very first one, let's go ahead and take a look at Luminosity versus Naventic.
Oh yeah, LG taking on NVT. And Naventic, they're still looking to put that first win on the board. They have Prototype in, Nemesis, he went on over to Ronin. Meanwhile, LG, they are starting to look a lot stronger now that they've started to go through those growing pains that we were talking about with this not new roster, but still a fairly new roster considering some of the other teams that have been sticking it out for quite some time, like the Envies, like the Optic Gamings. Their squad, obviously, Saiyan, APG, Trippy, and the newish addition to this lineup is Timothy Tinkler Rain. He went and filled in 2 Ninja's spot, and he's been doing a pretty darn good job of it. What do you think, Kyle? Does Naventic have what it takes to put their first win on the board against this LG squad?
I know they certainly would be happy to end this season with a win. Nobody wants to close out a season without being able to take one match here off of one of the other top 8 North American teams. And we had predictions from both Pistola and Snakebite, both looking for Luminosity to take the series in a 3-0 or 3-1 fashion. Now, you pointed out some of these teams that have stayed together for quite some time, but one of those teams is Naventic.
Yeah, Naventic, with that team change, though, Prototype a completely different player than Nemesis. So while Prototype has teamed with these guys in the past, and while they're very familiar with how he plays, there still is, again, that word growing pains that they have to overcome. They've done it fairly quickly, in my opinion. When you go and you look at their scrim results from when they first started playing as a team to where they are now, vast improvements with these guys. They are going through serious training. You watch them play, and they'll go and play one series, and then they'll play another series after that. Dual scrims, sometimes against different teams, sometimes against the same team, where they'll go and play a best of 13, and then another best of 7 after that, or another best of 13 series. But they got their work cut out from them. LG, they are far from slouches. A lot of the people are saying this is the other team to go and eventually break it into that top 4, and why not? They are the 5th seeded team. And again, we highlighted this guy before, and we're highlighting him again. Timothy Tinkler, formerly from Team Liquid, coming on over from Straight Rippin' to LG and playing pretty high-level Halo right now.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's going to be able to step up and continue that momentum here against his Naventic squad, because I know the last thing Luminosity is going to want to do is give the first win over to Naventic here, and of course live up to the hype that we saw from Stola and Snakebite here, predicting these guys as the team to break that top 4.
And here are your game types, starting off with CTF Coliseum, Eden Slayer, Plaza Stronghold, CTF Truth, and then the Rig Slayer. We've seen a decent amount of these game types today. Again, a lot of the format that is set up is so that all of the teams can play each game type once. So it's not very uncommon to see the game type pop up here, very similar to the previous series, just kind of formatted a little bit differently, and the game types kind of moved around here. But CTF Coliseum, game number 1, we already know the rockets, the sniper rifle. We've seen how big it is to go and get those opening strategies. Envy proving that earlier today by winning all 5 of their opening strategies against Splice. Completely unheard of. I'm curious to see who's going to be going big on this game. Who do you have on LG? I'll pick someone from Naventic.
All right, for LG, I'm going to go with the player I highlighted to start this one, and that's going to be Rain here.
All right, on the other end, I'm looking at Destroyed. Again, veteran players on his team. He's surrounded by Contra, Ryan, and Prototype, all with pretty good placings. Looking at Contra's point of view right now, he's trying to work his way on over towards the Rockets. Trippy, he's going to get first strike, but it's going to be Sand with the Rockets. Trippy with the sniper rifle. Advantage on over to LG based on the weapons, but Prototype did get a couple of slays and Destroyed coming up with a big kill right there.
You're absolutely right. Picks up that kill onto the sniper rifle player, and it's going to allow his teammate Contra to then grab that weapon. So Contra loses the 1v, or not the 1v1 as he got double teamed over towards Rocket side or elbow here, but then gets that sniper rifle and connects on his first shot.
Yeah, had an opportunity to talk to Ryanoob and Prototype and gaming with these guys a little bit, and they were telling me how Contra, one of his strongest points is he wins a lot of his 50-50s in his 1v1s, and that's what you see right there when he was getting challenged on that catwalk. Not afraid to take that challenge. However, a little preoccupied with the player across the map. Saiyan comes in with the beatdown, grabs the sniper rifle as well, and they're running this flag down towards the elbow. Someone had a huge flank down towards the other side, though. That's going to be Prototype pushing on over towards the red side and slowing this flag down just a little bit. You still have numerous players for LG in position to get a touch, but you got to get Prototype cleared out. They cleared out Contra, they cleared out Destroyed, they cleared out Ryanoob, but that player is still alive, eventually gets another kill. They take him down, he gets 2 kills out of all that. Is that going to be enough time to stop this flag from going into elbow? Rain escorting the flag on over there for his teammate. His teammate is still alive. APG eventually is going to drop. Saiyan is there, though, to put that flag capture in. Great job by Rain, falling back, and they eventually take out Prototype, who was doing everything that he could to keep that alive.
Yeah, I can't believe Prototype was even in that position to stop the flag cap from immediately pushing, and then I think he grabbed 2 more kills, including a death stick, to help buy some time for his team, but like we said, or like you just saw, it was not enough, and Luminosity quickly able to move that flag across the map here, and Prototype doing everything he can, but the rest of this team needs to step up now.
I believe Trippy just picked up a double, possibly a triple kill. He's now starting to push in towards the cave and getting into Naventic's side through the window is what's going on right now from LG. I love this play to not challenge that player underneath the base, because now Trippy can stay alive and choke spawns, Kyle. If he dies right there, people that did spawn on elbow could potentially spawn up on the snipe side of the map right behind the flag carrier. So a heads up play by Trippy, and this second flag capture should and is going in for LG.
Yeah, Naventic, they need to give this flag capture up and try to get some control back here. Luckily for them, they do end up taking down 2 members of Luminosity as that second flag capture goes in, but they need to be careful here. So Destroyed, he grabs a kill. That sniper rifle has just come up, so a lot of action about to happen here over towards snipe side of the map, and Trippy with the death stick will go ahead and answer back. 3 dead now for Naventic, but Prototype, he's found himself that sniper.
Prototype is doing whatever he can to keep his team in the game. Finding 2 kills, looking for the triple kill. APG says no. Huge kill across the map with the carbine right there from APG. Curious to see if APG is going to push in on over towards the Naventic elbow, because when we're looking at the player outlines, nobody is in position if he was to go and get aggressive towards the objective right now. 3 are dead. APG still locking down top rocket area. He's waiting for other players to push in before he goes and infiltrates the Naventic base. Gonna lock this down from the top area. Meanwhile, Trippy, he's gonna rotate in towards the cave. Prototype gonna find a kill onto Saiyan. They're all pushing in towards the same area, Kyle. They need to send someone over towards the window. Otherwise, this is not gonna work.
I'm waiting to see our very first ever 4-for-1 on stream, Tom, is what I thought was gonna happen. Look at all those player outlines over there hiding inside their own blue base. Trippy wisely backs down here, predicts the flank coming out of Prototype. Prototype, while he started off so hot this game, has not been able to just lead his squad enough to get this game close.
Not at all. He has 10 kills. All of his teammates combined have a total of 12, so almost 50% of the entire kills for the Naventic squad as he goes and picks up another one, that time onto Trippy. They got to have more teamwork coming in from the side of Naventic. You're not seeing enough baiting and switching coming on. They're always in position to fight players, but no one coming in and laying extra shots in. And now you see Contra go in there, get a flagpole with the Rockets. This is pretty much what the whole game's coming down to right now for both of these squads. If LG is going to be able to get this flag touch,
he wasn't on the return.
He wasn't on the return, and he didn't get any kills as well. That is not looking good. Ryanoob, now the last guy alive. He's on the return. Do they realize that he's there? He hops off, but another player goes for the touch. That's going to be it. LG in dominating fashion, taking game number 1. unfortunately for Naventic, nobody could get it going besides Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype was actually playing extremely well. I'm still go back to that moment. We saw him hiding bottom mid, pick up the kill on the flag carrier, and then the kill on the sniper rifle player who was on elbow. That game could have been over much quicker, even though it was only a 5-minute game. Had Prototype not been able to go positive, picking up 11 kills here for this team.
Yeah, and that flag return at the end, it was just a little sloppy. I believe it was only one player alive for LG during that time. Rockets and a flag runner coming in. That player stops them from running the flag. They don't get it past the 50-yard line. They don't get the return, and then LG gets the cap. Is that the reason they lost the game? Definitely not. The other two flag caps have a lot to do with that, but just kind of sloppy objective play from a team that we expect a lot more from in the objective area. Naventic, they've been the team to sometimes be outslayed and they'll still pull off the win. Yeah, they haven't been able to pull out a series win still. They're an amazing team overall. That game right there was not even close to the performance that you expect from this type of squad.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, when Naventic matched up against Optic just a couple of weeks ago, they put up an amazing performance.
5, right?
I think it was game 5. Game 5, was it really? Yeah, so, I mean, amazing that they were able to do that. Optic Gaming clearly wasn't playing their best at that point, and maybe we were seeing Naventic's best, but they still need to get themselves back in that form if they have any chance at competing at the level with these teams. Because keep in mind, Luminosity, this is our 5th ranked team. This isn't even one of our top 4 ranked teams, and that game was 5 minutes, one of the fastest games we've had today already.
Only the stats are showing one flag grab, but I swear that Prototype grabbed a flag as well. So we saw the one flag grab coming out from Contra, for sure. But I swear another flag grab
probably just Prototype
came out down towards the elbow. No, but that flag at the end was a fresh flag grab. They definitely had 2 flag grabs right there, unless I'm going crazy. But
you might be going crazy. We can get another Twitter poll going for that one. We got one going for the Spartan charge.
We should.
We'll see how the community
Losing
feels.
my marbles, as they say. Getting old, man. Getting old.
Yeah, but like we said, we're getting the players set up for game number 2. That is going to be Eden Team Slayer. So Naventic has to bounce back here now. They need to pick up some of these series wins. We'll see. Like, I think that's actually going to come back and bite them right now, losing that game, because I think they actually needed to win 3-0 and have Ronan lose 0-3 to have any chance of coming up and taking a higher seed. Hopefully, that might be lights out.
Hopefully for them, they're not demoralized by that stat, because there's tons to play for here. But the more important story, besides getting the 7th seed, which is great, is just getting that series win on the board. You do not want to go undefeated, or you do not want to go winless.
You don't want to go undefeated, Tom?
You don't want to go winless. You do want to go undefeated. We've seen that happen before. It really hurts the team's confidence going forward. Fortunately for them, this team change has panned out for them. Prototype seems to be playing very well, but it's about the rest of the team playing very well too, instead of just an individual. 4-2 here to start. They don't have any type of weapon control quite yet. You can see on the map, nobody has the sniper rifle. Waiting for that to be grabbed. Ryanoob's rotating on over towards the blue window. Is he going to be the one to go for that? Realizes that he has to get kills first before he goes and just baits himself for that sniper rifle. Rain finds one, Trippy finds the other, and Rain gets rewarded with that sniper rifle. This is not the start that Naventic was looking for.
Yeah, now he's got that sniper rifle. We've seen him do amazing things in the past. He reminds me a lot of Mikwin as far as his sniping style. He generally snipes the best when he's getting shot out and under extreme amounts of pressure here, as opposed to the likes of Snipe Down that we pointed out. Just nobody decides to look at it when he's got the sniper, and he goes 12 for 12 on snipe shots.
And one of the things to look at when Rain is sniping here is not just his screen, but where his teammates are positioned and where he can go to feel comfortable sniping, and how he's working with his teammates and baiting his teammates at the same time. You never want to be the second or even first person pushed up with the sniper rifle. You always want to be on the back lines, the 3rd or the 4th person sniping, because you want players to go and push up and create opportunities for you. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now, as APG's working his way over security, Trippy was working his way over there. This is all just to defend Rain. They're trying to find kills, don't get me wrong, but it's just a plan to try to maintain control as long as possible until Overshield is popping up. And Overshield's popping up in the next 10 seconds. Not many players from Naventic out in position to grab this one. 3 players in the security area. That's a nice flank towards bottom center. coming from Contra, but not enough team fire over towards that outside blue area to do anything about it. The assassination comes in from Rain onto Destroyed. They picked up the overshield on the side of Naventic. That one goes on over to Ryanoob, so great sign from them, but they're going to need to get some more kills on the board. 16-7. Ryanoob with the sniper rifle and the overshield isn't the ideal situation you're going to want to have. It's not that Ryan's not a great sniper, but he has the overshield and you want to be aggressive with that overshield. So I'd like to see someone else get that one so he could go aggressive and bait the players out as Rain was happening for APG and Trippy.
Yeah, we'll see if APG spots him behind him. APG needs to get around that corner. Wow, somehow buys some time, stays alive. Luckily for Naventic here, Prototype is going to be able to finish off that kill. So that overshield's basically gone here now for Ryan. As you can see, that green bar starting to decrease even quickly down to nothing here on your screen. 17-8. This is exactly the position Naventic wants to be in to get back into the game. They've got Catwalk, they've got the sniper rifle, and they're keeping Luminosity here at bay.
Body shot not landing right there for Ryanoob. Now he's taken fairly weak. They do have 2 sniper rifles on the map though. One in Prototype's hand who just dropped to Trippy. And sometimes when you have 2 sniper rifles, it's not a good thing because people zone in on individuals too much and they're not paying attention to the flanks that come in. Looks like Ryanoob's melee button was broken or something right there. Very delayed coming in for the snipe punch. Now Trippy, I believe he stacked the ammo off of that. Grabs Ryanoob and Prototypes together. The flood coming in over towards the alley. I'm surprised to see that LG didn't go and take advantage of that double kill that Trippy got. I mean, he cleared out blue base single-handedly. They had multiple players over there, but where are the rest of the players for LG to retake control?
Yeah, we'll see here momentarily. You can see all those player outlines on your screen. They're recognizing they've got a healthy lead, and the enemy team has the sniper rifle in the hands of Destroyed here. So the last thing they want to do is allow him to get any kind of free kills. They want to use this Hydra launcher to use. They get a couple connections there, not enough for a kill quite yet. But no, Rain takes out Destroyed, who had the sniper rifle just with that Hydra launcher, what we saw a moment ago. Not giving that weapon enough respect here from Naventic.
The Hydra is a great way to come out from the red side and try to get some advantages. People don't expect that weapon to go and do as much damage as it normally does, and we all know how it can hone across the map in some ridiculous angles. You saw Rain pick up a double kill right there. Second overshield that Naventic's been able to grab, but the first one didn't get the best use of it. Not Ryan's fault. Again, he had that sniper rifle, and again, Trippy came around with that flank for the double kill. But now you can see Contra's overshield slowly but surely pecked away. They're in a situation now where they're fighting in a 3-on-2 battle. And just because you have an overshield guy over there doesn't mean it's worth going in there and giving up these useless deaths when you're already down 9 kills.
Yeah, we'll see. So Prototype's got the sniper rifle, Rain's got a Hydra, Sand's got a light rifle, and so does Trippy. So if Prototype doesn't connect with these shots, light rifle is the perfect way to break a sniper setup here. They get 2 people looking at the same guy who will immediately drop him.
Ryan with a very aggressive play. Great shots right there onto APG, finding the double kill. Looking for the triple kill, maybe onto himself right there. But Prototype saving the day right there with a snipe onto Sand. Another snipe right there onto APG. And that's what we're talking about with Prototype. Great individual plays. 3 kills in a row right there. Make that 4 kills in a row in a killing spree for this man.
Yeah, Prototype stepping up once again. Now has brought this game here, you know, within grasping distance, only down by 4 kills. You can see he's sitting up atop Catwalk with all the confidence in the world here. He's even got one of his teammates destroyed there, taking a lot of this damage and being a distraction as he's able to just maneuver around and get so many different angles here on Eden.
Great bait and switch coming in. As we talked about, you don't want to be the furthest person advanced on the map. That is what Contra's doing right now. He's advanced so he can distract for Prototype, who's baiting players out for the angles. The problem is right now is overshield's popping off and Contra is still over towards that red plat. Fortunately, Contra's able to win that 1v1, which means that he doesn't have to help on that side of the map anymore and can watch other areas. So Prototype rotating on the player that he sees on the radar. Doesn't spot that guy quite yet on his player outlines, but 2 nice body shots right there and the Top Gun medal going on over to Prototype, and now it's all tied. Taking a look at the stats, 9-5-5 coming in for Trippy, 10-1-7 for Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype, like you just saw on your screen, they're hitting that Top Gun medal, and it was absolutely the driving force here to getting Naventic back into this game number 2 here. And as you can see, he is out of that snipe ammo in a battle, does get taken out. And now we're on board with Ryan. They're getting the call-outs. They've got a player hiding back security, but what a trade. APG, great shot to secure that kill.
Every kill like that is huge in such a close game. 30-29 now. Contra with the sniper rifle. Not much ammo, so we'll see how much work he's going to be able to do. And not a great position to be in as a couple grenades are flying. So he's going to relocate to security, and I like this play.
Yeah, definitely a wise decision. Once his teammate died over there in blue base, just take this sniper rifle, get it away, make sure it does not find its way back into the hands of Luminosity here. Now, we saw what Prototype was able to do with this weapon. We saw Contra hit a few shots in that game number 1, and then he is picking up where he left off here in this Team Slayer on Eden, grabbing yet another headshot.
So important to land those headshots. You never know if you get the body shot, if one of your teammates are going to be able to clean it up. Ryanoob, he's getting aggressive and trying to, again, create more opportunities for his teammates, but that time it results in a useless death right there. Nothing doing in terms of being able to bait out any players. Prototype, he's going to get another death over towards the security side. Multiple players trapped over towards the red area. That's LG's opportunity to push once they get the numbers. Ryanoob comes off spawn and finds a kill. Are they going to rotate back towards blue while multiple players are rotating outside red? A good kill right there from Contra, give him the killing spree, but he does lose a sniper rifle right there. 35-35, very important to get that weapon back in your hands. Set up for this overshield, which is popping up any second. Prototype's going to grab it. Huge advantages going on over to Naventic. Fortunately, able to get away from that green gun as well. I'll tell you what, Kyle, if I saw that green gun player, I'd be running to the other side of the map right now.
Yeah, that's a scary moment here, but at least Luminosity recognizing the position they find themselves in and trying to use items on the map to their advantage. Now that we are seeing a lead change, the first one we've had so far this game, and it is absolutely Prototype, and then these overshield grabs that we're seeing from Naventic here that's been able to do this.
Smart play not to challenge the player right below him. Instead goes for the weak guy, trying to get that melee onto APG, but he doesn't need to because Ryanoob there with the cleanup 3-kill lead here for Naventic. Ryanoob finding another with the perfect double kill onto Trippy. Sniper is going to pop up as well. Naventic has a huge advantage, Kyle, because they do have the time on the previous overshield as well. So if this one does slow down, you're either looking at Naventic winning this one off of the time, or potentially they could go and get that 50 kill mark, but they could be slowing this down and just waiting for LG to go and try to play aggressive over here. Time could be a factor.
Yeah, and as you see, they got the Hydra, picked up Destroyed's grabbed at least 2 kills with that weapon already here. 3v1 situation, APG's got nowhere to go, and now 2 sniper rifles in the hands of Luminosity as we're seeing them build the biggest lead they've had in this game, up by 8 kills with only 7 left to go.
It's interesting that they have less assists right now than LG, but they're still able to have the lead. A lot of that riding on Ryanoob, who hasn't really had the weapons. We saw him with that one sniper rifle overshield combo, but a majority has been him catching other players off guard. Keep in mind, when he charged that player that was sitting at the old overshield spawn on the red side with the Hydra, no one was expecting that, and that kind of opened up the map for the rest of these guys on Naventic, and they've had control of the game for a majority after that. This is a pretty sensitive time, though, because 2 players just died. Overshield again popping up here very soon. A lot going to be said in the next 20 seconds on who's going to win this game.
Yeah, you definitely need to have Naventic being careful here, not to give up too many deaths. And as I say that, 2 get taken out for Luminosity. And we see Contra and Ryanoob, who had that sniper rifle, finally finding its way in the hands of Destroyed. So both power weapons right now is a scary moment for Luminosity with such little time here left to play.
Good trade there from Ryanoob. Getting that kill onto Rain. You can see Contra has that player on his radar. He's aware of that, but there's another player on over towards his right. So Contra on the verge of being triple teamed. We'll find out if he can get out of this one. Had to whip out the sniper rifle for the no-scope, but not able to connect. Now, could have been a big kill. Could have been looking at 48-42. Instead, we're looking at 47-42. Still anyone's game. 1 minute left. Again, time is a big factor. Got to start putting kills up on the board because you don't want Naventic to turtle if you're LG. 2 kills going on over to LG. Make that 3 kills, Kyle. 45-47.
Oh, man. And Tom, we are starting to see Naventic just get dismantled here as those 2 sniper rifles change hands, and then Luminosity not wasting any time. Contra hiding in security goes extremely clutch. Kills Trippy, who had that sniper rifle as well. That's going to put Saiyan at no shields, and they are looking to close this one out. Now, the question is, do they want to charge and try to kill this sniper rifle player with only 27 seconds left to play?
Ooh, good no-scope right there onto Contra. He's even aware of the other player in the alley, but as soon as he looks away, that's when Prototype comes out around the corner. 18 seconds. Is he aware of that player right around the corner, or is Prototype even aware of that player that's sitting there? Has to land the no-scope, not able to. Now the final kill comes in, Destroyed. Ends it 50-46. We thought for a second LG was going to be able to do it. The assassination, it looked good. The no-scope It didn't land, and Destroyed punished him for that. Great way to end that game. Got to give credit to Naventic. Very sloppy game number 1, but game number 2, very clean on the execution.
Yeah, would have been something if we saw him actually elect to snipe the player first and then go for the back smack. Next level right there, Tom.
I didn't even think about that. Didn't even cross my mind.
We'll take a look at the stats here. 17 and 12, so Ryan Noob going big. Contra, lots of sniper rifle kills that game, also having a phenomenal performance. Saiyan and APG not doing as well as they had hoped that time, but power weapon kills tell the real story here. 12 for Naventic, only 3 coming out. Most of those towards the end of the game here as well for the side of Luminosity here. And by a game that's within 4 kills of being decided who wins, that is what has happened.
Comes down to very small trades, and it's crazy to look at this scoreline, 20-12. Remember, there was a pretty good lead. Eventually, it hit double digits, but you saw huge plays coming in from Prototype with the sniper rifle, great aggression coming in from Ryan Noob. Destroyed ends it with a great kill, and then also Contra clutching it up on over towards Security. I'm wondering that if Contra didn't crouch over towards red side Security and kill Trippy on the bridge, if they would have, or on the catwalk, excuse me, if they would have been able to win that game. I don't know. It would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, but we're jumping into the next game here. That is Plaza's Strongholds. Not wasting any time for these squads. Already Contra flying over to Nest and now trying to lock down and prevent that camo going over to APG. And sure enough, clutches it up. Perfect shots and takes the first kill.
You can see when a player prioritizes his team in front of his own life, and that was a play that Contra was not even expecting to get the kill right there on APG. He was hoping to get some team help or someone finishes his one shot eventually, but he lands the perfect shots on the camo player. That's going to be a great sign for Naventic as they take bottom middle. They also take yard. Now it's going to focus on Nest. Are they going to push on over towards the loop area? You can see 2 players on the player outlines, or are they going to elect to slope this one down, get some numbers, and then push out? Great assassination right there on Destroyed, or onto Rain from Destroyed is going to open things out, but it gets traded right back on in. Now you're going to see things really open up on this loop side, so Ryan, he's going to fly in. Trippy gets a double kill. Prototype, he's going to have to clean that player out, but he has to go for Nest as well, so he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. It looks like he's just going to back off, grab the shotgun, and reset for some more information.
Yeah, he's in a great position. He's not popping up. Oh, now he does finally like to go for that stronghold here. Checks bottom lift. Nobody's down there yet, and he recognizes 2 members dead for each squad. He's got some time here to secure this capture, and now we are seeing bottom mid get traded over back to Luminosity. We'll see if Prototype's able to win this 1v1. Desperately needs to take it.
Have both players weak. Smart for both of them to back off, especially Prototype considering that he's in the superior position. Rain, he's on the ropes right now because of the fact that bottom middle is under contention and Prototype can drop down there to help, and that's exactly what he does. Triple cap in effect. Can't forget about Rain, who came around on the flank, so heads up play by him, finding that double kill, keeping a majority of his shields, all of his shields as well, as now he goes for bottom middle with his teammate Saiyan. Everybody popping up on the loop right now. They're going to have to go and contest yard and Nest, which is going to be tough because now they're all split up. And LG has the numbers in their favor as Saiyan finds that kill onto Prototype. Trippy finding another one as well. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Advantage on over to LG. You can see APG desperately wants this camo, and then as soon as he does that, most likely going to contest bottom middle. Heads up play by him, doing exactly what he needs to do. Him hopping into that one means that he needs more teammates, though. You don't want to have to get in this 1v1 when you're camo, and Destroyed just completely works him and takes bottom middle.
That was just... at this level, you cannot have that happen. You have the camo, you either need to make a decision. Am I going to kill this guy or am I going to contest the hill? But the last thing you can do is just get destroyed by Destroyed.
You got to get some more help from your team in that situation. And yeah, it's unacceptable to lose that 1v1, especially when you had the first shots, you had the positioning, but that's what great players do. They use the map to their advantage. Destroyed clutched it when they needed him to. Naventic, they desperately want this game. Not saying that LG doesn't want it just as bad, but they want to put that first win on the board. If they're able to, that is going to give them wonders for their confidence going in to Denver. Bottom middle captured right there by LG. They stopped the bleeding just a little bit, but Naventic had a very strong setup for quite some time, and they're adding more pressure here onto Saiyan. So unless someone comes in and flanks down towards the lift or makes their way on over towards the Nest, it's most likely going to be another bottom middle grab here for Naventic.
Yeah, lots of Naventic members here. Bottom mid will go ahead and secure that once again. So 45-20 lead, and just so much pressure and contesting coming out of this Naventic squad from over towards dip and bottom mid. So they've got the two strongholds that they want to make sure they focus on. They've got Nest, they got bottom center, and they are keeping a numbers advantage. Smart
play by Ryanoob here, trying to take some angles on the players that are going to go glass and eventually on over towards that light rifle area, but he gets lit up. Sand gonna drop him with a pistol across the map. Beautiful team shooting there. Prototype, he's trying to contest over here towards the tire. Is he gonna get in? Looks like he's gonna get in towards the tail end. Has a couple of grenades. I also like that grenade placement on over towards the Prius. Can he land the 3-shot beatdown onto Rain? Not able to. Another player gonna drop towards bottom middle. Great retake there from LG. Again, LG, they have yard, they have bottom middle, but it's about getting eventually over towards that nest. Once they get the numbers, expect them to go for the triple cap. We haven't seen a triple cap yet in this game, I don't believe. And once we see that, you can see how fast the score will rack up.
Yeah, we'll see who's able to get this camo here, Tom. If you keep an eye on that, so it went ahead and was burnt there.
Rain.
No, Rain's going to be able to secure that. So Rain right next to APG right now. You can see him on your screen, moving around, getting into a prime position, going right up to S4. Knowing players are trying to prevent Luminosity from securing this nest. Drops down, great one kill. That's a call for APG to push in and help out his teammate. And sure enough, they're going to quickly look to secure this nest.
Smart play by Rain, just backing off when he's camo. And now he's going to crouch around the corner here. I wonder if Destroyed spots him. Destroyed was weak. The grenade pops in. Not sure if that was the play that he was looking for. Unfortunately, the prediction grenade gave away his positioning, because even though you're camouflaged, you could still see that projectile coming out of your hands. But either way, that was more than enough time for these guys to execute on the triple cap. And what was a great lead for Naventic, immediately demolished by the amount of points that LG is accumulating.
Yeah, and luckily for Naventic here, they're going to be able to secure the nest and try to slow down this accumulation of points here from Luminosity. But we are seeing a lead change. That's the first one for Luminosity that we're going to have so far. Just keep in mind, there is still a lot on the line here in this series as Naventic tries to pick up their very first series win.
Could be possible. They're playing this one pretty solid. Again, sloppy game number 1. Really showing what they're made of in game number 2. And game number 3 has been an absolute slugfest here. Prototype, he's capturing the yard. Got to be aware of players coming on over towards his right side, so they're pre-grenading that as well. Have to push out here if you're Naventic and not give up the first set. That is the key. If Luminosity is able to get the first kill, they can either continue to milk this time, or they can pressure the triple cap. One more triple cap could secure the game.
All right, a lot of action happening over here towards light rifle. 3 players from Luminosity, or excuse me, from Naventic, 2 from Luminosity acting in battle here. 76-57, still a lot, or a big lead now. The largest lead for Luminosity we've seen so far here in this game number 3. And another triple cap, make that, I think, the 3rd triple cap we're seeing for this squad already. And it looks like Naventic, they just can't keep up in this strongholds.
That triple cap was huge. 1 more, maybe 2 more pushes if they're lucky for the side of Naventic. Yes, again, they do have the nest, but they have to get towards bottom middle, which means they're going to have to rotate into blue and clear out top yellow. Plus, they have a camo player to worry about, which is Rain. You can see Rain over towards that U-turn area. Not weak enough for Destroyed to finish. Now he's flying out. Ryanoob going to get the cleanup. Everyone's dropping down towards bottom middle. This is the last guy alive. If they can clear that player out, they're going to be able to capture bottom middle. And they will be able to. So still a little bit of signs left. As Snakebite said, even if it's 99 on the clock, you can still come back at any given point in time in Strongholds.
Yeah, Strongholds is definitely seeing some of the most epic comebacks that we've had here. Comes to mind, I think, is that was the EG Luminosity series. It was 100 to 99, whichever that one was on Empire Strongholds. It's just epic game.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous game, and this has been a ridiculous series of games so far today. Definitely, I think, the most entertaining day of 2017 Fall Pro League that we've had so far. We started off with NV taking the 3-2 against Splice. Meanwhile, you had Optic Gaming 3-1 over Liquid, currently sitting at 1-1 LG versus Naventic. Naventic trying to complete what they started to in this game. Keep in mind, they were the aggressors. They had the lead, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to close it out here, because LG, they send 2 players towards bottom middle. Destroyed gets dropped immediately, spawns on over towards the nest side, and eventually bottom middle goes on over to LG. Here's the final push. Where does Naventic want to go? Ryanoob gets the kill onto APG. Contra finds one as well, on to Saiyan. They're starting to flood towards bottom middle, and Trippy's not in position to contest this.
They just need to get in the hill. Just get in and contest it, but Trippy not able to respond quickly enough.
Wow.
And that's going to open up the door one more time here for Naventic. Obviously, with 99 points on the board, there is zero room for error anymore here. But we'll see. Naventic still got a good amount of time they've got to put on the board here to take this one. Destroyed's got a shotgun here. They still have a numbers advantage. So now, if anything, Luminosity is going to be a little bit nervous.
I like this play, though, to go on over towards the nest, and that's where Naventic was weak. Unfortunately, they didn't send enough players over there. It was only Prototype to try to defend that himself, and that's not going to work. Great push towards the end. LG, they took it, and that was a great call, whoever that was, to push on over towards the posters area. Got to have more players helping over there. Prototype can't win that 2 versus 1 by himself.
Yeah, and Prototype pops out a little bit too early. If he had been hiding and maybe just allowed that push to happen, things could have worked out a little bit differently. But I think I recall Ryan Noob and friends, their team was the one that had that same kind of push towards the end of the game against Straight Rippin' to take it. So it's kind of them getting a little bit of taste of their own medicine here, as looks like Luminosity answers back with the exact same flank to secure Nest and take that game.
Yeah, Straight was in a better position than Naventic was towards the tail end of that game. They just flew it over towards the camo area, but Naventic, unfortunately for them, had a big lead in the beginning of that game. I believe they were up around 40 points. You saw LG, they got that triple cap on the board. They effectively were able to retake strongholds over and over again, which is something that is fairly difficult to do, especially in the situation that they found themselves towards the tail end of the game, where it can be fairly predictable what routes you have to take. But you got to give them credit. That was not something that a lot of teams have been able to pull off and execute. They did it. Now they go up in the series 2-1.
Yeah, and as you can see, they're very close game, but we are getting into game number 4. CTF on Truth, Luminosity 2-1 in the lead. We had the prediction from both Pistola and Snakebite that this series would be 3-1, which means they are predicting Luminosity to take this game.
Could be true, but keep in mind, Truth is definitely an Naventic strong point. Truth CTF and Truth Slayer seem to be where they shine, but game number 1 was not their jam. They got completely outworked in Coliseum CTF. This is a good, solid start for these guys, getting a couple slays in their advantage. When you take a look at the kills, it's 4 kills to 0 right now. All about those flag captures, though, and all about getting into that base and keeping your flag guy alive.
Wow, and yeah, they are picking up a lot of kills here. You can tell they are not happy about that last game and are looking to get back in this. Finally, the first kill going over to Luminosity is going to be Destroyed, getting taken out there by Trippy. And we can see even with this amazing start, they have not been able to get into the base and get any flag pulls. Crispy
shots right there from Contra, and so many slays, but no flag pulls quite yet. Another melee coming in, and talked about those 50-50s, Kyle. That was 2 big wins coming in, and great individual performance from Contra. Flag does get pulled, so a counter pull coming in from the side of LG. It looks like they're going to split the map in half. Naventic, they're going to take the pink side. They also have pressure inside of the base right now, and smart from Contra just to stay alive, because if he can stay alive, he's going to buy more time for his teammates to push, and his teammates are currently picking up kills and getting the numbers in their advantage. So Contra being a huge distraction right now, laying down as much damage as he can and taking as much damage as he can before he dropped to rain. Unfortunately for Naventic, somehow throughout all of that pressure, the flag is still on the LG side of the map.
Yeah, that was just a great job by Luminosity, recognizing that they do not want to play defense quite yet, but they want to go for a flag standoff situation and then focus on the return. Contra, he took 3 players, no shields, multiple times even, before he gets taken out. But unfortunately for Naventic, it was not enough here to allow the rest of the crew to get that flag return. And then we are still looking at a 0-0 scoreboard.
And when you look at the slays, so one-sided right now, 17-5. Make that actually 17-6 because I'm bad at math. So ridiculous differential in kills, but yet still a tied game. That's how important running the flag is. If you take smart routes, if you go for the counter pulls, you can do it at the right time, you put the other team in a very awkward situation.
Ooh, big battle over here for the camo. First one went over to Naventic here. Ryan gets the burn on the second one. I like that play a lot. He didn't have as much help as he might have wanted in that situation. Knew 2 players were in front of him and keeps that out of Luminosity's hands.
Gotta get these kills right now if you're APG. Great shots on the player over towards the attic. That flag really distracted him right there, but still able to get the double kill onto Ryan. Ryan with the heads-up play. The reason that he tossed that out was to avoid where APG is. And look at these guys. They're relaying the flag over there towards the bubble. I don't think I've seen anything like that. And then Prototype, nasty shots.
Yeah, Prototype wins a 1v1. He really shouldn't have been able to do. APG, known for his shot, misses at least three to close that one out. Not being able to secure the kill there. That was almost a guaranteed flag return, but Ryan Noob and Prototype going big for Naventic. Keep it alive.
I would love to see a game where the entire game was a flag standoff. That would be amazing.
That just sounds awful, Tom.
We haven't seen it yet, though. We haven't seen it yet. That would be amazing. Prototype, he's been going huge with the shots. Is going to get that touch on the flag, as you saw. It was only a couple of ticks away from getting a return. LG, they're hopping on that one. Double return, but Prototype again with the clutch. A double kill, this time with a plasma grenade. That's going to give a numbers advantage on over to these guys on Naventic. Where do they want to push? One player top center, another player P2. Have they found where the flag guy is located? That's not the flag guy right there, but that is a kill. There's the flag guy inside of the window, and that's the last guy alive. Ryan Noob did the same play, tossing it bottom center. Let's see if it works here for LG. The best way to do this is to send two people on it, and they do. Flag capture should go in, and it does. Destroyed. Great job with the flag capture assist.
I honestly thought that was going to be Luminosity's cap when APG and the rest of Luminosity pushed into the base. Ryan Noob was sitting there very vulnerable, but made the best possible decision. We saw Luminosity try to replicate that same kind of thing by getting the flag bottom center, but not enough teammates alive there to contest it. And sure enough, Naventic in the lead here for game number 4.
As they should be. Again, when you look at the kills, they are getting outslayed so bad. And I know we've been talking about this guy a lot today, Kyle, but he has 16 kills right now. Prototype, 17 kills. When you look at his team combined, the rest of them have 20 overall. Ridiculous, ridiculous series from Ezekiel Martinez.
You're exactly correct there. Prototype having one of the best series we've seen out of him, period, here, and is the player that is definitely going to be my MVP vote if Naventic takes this one.
Flag does get returned, as you just heard. Now Destroyed looking for some more kills. It is going to get traded out, 2-on-2 scenario. So the big battle happening right in front of us right now. APG on the pink side, but he gets distracted by the player over towards top center. Can he get the melee onto Contra? Ooh, Contra somehow living throughout all of that. Maybe because he landed more damage onto APG than he did.
I think he meleeed too early, actually. It didn't even connect. So that was, unfortunately for APG, another 1v1 situation where, at the very least, he should have traded, but he is not coming out ahead in these battles.
Got to win those 1v1s, and the guy that wins a lot of his 1v1s is Contra. Let's see what he's going to be able to do right there. Missed a couple of shots onto Saiyan.
Couple warning shots.
Couple warning shots. Meanwhile, Saiyan, weird challenge coming in from him, but he was able to keep the majority of his shields. Now the big flood coming in from LG over towards the pink side. A couple of grenades immediately going to take out all of the shields. However, Rain is the last guy alive. He is able to get a kill. The flag is being ran towards the pink side, so Rain, he's going to have to pull this and toss it out the window or run it car side. But he's got to deal with Contra, who's already playing defense.
Yeah, and like we said, Contra, he's been winning a lot of 1v1s here. And you got Prototype coming off spawn below the base, immediately gets back in. That flag is right there, able to be captured. You see Trippy and APG doing what they can to try to hold them back. 3 members from Naventic in the base, and now a 2-0 lead here. This game, number 4 True CTF, heavily in favor of Naventic. 5.5 minutes left to play. Will we see this go to game number 5, Tom? It is certainly looking like it.
I mean, when you look at the slays, unless someone goes on a ridiculous spree right now, and you look at the 2 players having the best game, Rain and Saiyan on the side of LG, someone's got to slow down Prototype. The guy isn't slowing down. Even when we talked about him having 17 kills, he's still putting up ridiculous kills. 23 now. And the rest of his team, once they start picking it up, it's going to be very difficult for LG to hold their own. And the way that this is panning out with 5 minutes left, I'd be shocked to see LG be able to put this together. Keep in mind, we have seen LG come back from even when they were down 2-0 in the series and down 2-0 in the game against Splice, I believe, to fight back and at least get 2 flag captures. But the flow and the way that these guys have been controlling the map on the side of Naventic has not left any room for LG besides in that flag standoff to do anything.
Yeah, we'll see Rhino immediately flying into the base. You can see Luminosity, they do have that flag, moving across the map, looking to get this one in. Rhino doing everything he can to buy some time, but no chance there. Luminosity brings this within one capture here with plenty of time left on the board here. Now that 5 minutes was scary a moment ago when you're down by 2 caps, but down by 1, not as bad.
Big win right there from Prototype. I'm not sure who was fighting. Let's see who's dead. APG. So he gets the kill onto APG on top of the flag when it looks like a double capture could have happened. And I was really worried right there as Contra's not going to be able to get this kill. This flag could get past the 50-yard line. Zayn finds the kill. You do have an overextender on the other side of the map, and that's going to be Ryanoob. Heads up play by Ryanoob. This is twice that he's going and tried to stop this flag. Gets the kill onto Rain with the nade. Prototype coming in with the cleanup, and the cleanup onto Zayn as well. That flag should have been LG's. Ryanoob with the overextension and the clutch. Not enough communication off of the respawn there from LG.
Never did I think Ryanoob was going to go to the pink side, throw a perfect grenade to take the players no shields. Exactly. I thought he was going to grab the flag and try to run it, but no, he made the perfect decision and completely catches Luminosity off guard, which was sure to be the game-tying flag.
No doubt about it. If Ryan touches that flag, everybody realizes that he's in the base, and they kind of tighten up and play a little bit differently. While all of this is happening, APG, I believe, clutched it and killed the flag guy over towards his end of the map, which could have been the third and final flag cap. We'll see if that's going to be enough time for these guys to push on over towards pink and clear out the players that are sitting top center. But when you look at the map positioning and the way, again, that Naventic's been able to control a majority of this time clock and just the spawns and the slays, everything going in their favor. However, it's still anyone's game. 2-1. We saw it almost happen in Eden. Can LG come back here and end this series?
It's looking good because you're about to have 3 dead, but no, destroyed. Clutch shot. Takes 1 dead for Luminosity, but that was still 3 dead for Naventic here, and that flag is moving very quickly across the map here. You see 2 members of Luminosity going for that. A player in P2, that's going to be Ryanoob trying to contest that the best he can. And just as I say that, a return comes in. Somehow, I don't even know how they got that one back to home, but literally that was extremely clutch.
Amazing return again. Ryanoob clutching it. 2 minutes left. You can have a couple pushes here if you're LG, but you cannot afford to have any demoralizing runs stopped by Ryanoob's antics. The guy has been a monster on the defensive end. Taking a look at the kills again, Prototype with the most in the game, sitting at 28. Here's the defensive stand coming in right now for Naventic. While that's happening, a flag is being ran on the other side of the map. So that's 3 dead. Last guy alive is APG towards bottom center. Ryanoob has the flag back at the base before you can blink. Stealth capture, 3-1 in favor of Naventic. We're going to game 5.
We are going to game 5, Tom. So the second one of the day. Last week, we saw 4 3-0s. Now we're seeing 2 game 5s and no 3-0s so far. So this is going to be a true test to what Naventic can do and if they can continue this momentum. We'll take a look at the stats, and geez, Tom, this new pickup here might be one of the best pickups we've seen in quite some time. Prototype, 29 kills, most assists on his team with only 19 deaths. Absolutely going monstrous in this game to help secure that win for Naventic.
And the percentage of flag grabs translated into flag captures is big coming in for Naventic. 5 flag grabs total, 3 flag captures in general, 4 flag grabs coming in for the side of LG, and only 1 flag capture overall. Keep in mind, one of those was a flag standoff that went in the favor of Naventic. But this is the second game 5 that they are going into a team that is in the top 5 that they were the heavy underdogs in. So that's a great sign for this Naventic squad.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So we are going to be looking at a Rig Slayer game number 5 here.
Haven't had Rig Slayer in game 5 in a while.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I think about a tie-breaking Rig Slayer would be when Ryanoob's team against, I think, Spartan and Commonly and a few people were down. I
can't even remember.
It was like, they were down by like 19 kills and came back and won in the open circuit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy game.
I don't even remember that game, but coming in from the red side is LG, and Pistola highlighting in the interview, typically have the advantage coming out there, especially if you're able to execute on that camo, which should be a free camo, but keep in mind that other teams doing a great job of shooting that down, pre-grenading that, and you saw Snakebite grab that last time, clamber up top on towards where the old sniper used to spawn. Great use of the map right there. game number 5. This is where, you know, heroes get made. Who do you got?
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. I think I'm going to go...
Whoever you pick has to win, too.
Has to win. Well, I mean, I'm going to go with Pistol and Snakebite here on this one and give it over to Luminosity. Although, if we see an Naventic win, I mean, you've just got to give more props than you possibly can to Prototype for even sending the series to this game.
That's true. I am going to go... I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to pick Contra. Contra here as Game 5 MVP, and thinking that Naventic's going to be able to get their first win.
Well, a lot of these guys are coming over from Allegiance, the team that was unable to win a Game 5 no matter what they did in previous seasons.
Well, way to throw that out there, Kyle, and remind everybody of that. Hopefully the players that are watching don't get any flashbacks of that, because that was horrible turn of events in so many Game 5s. I believe they lost, what, 5 Game 5s?
Like 4 or 5 within 3 kills each game.
Yeah, that was just a heartbreaker to watch if you were a Allegiance fan. But, you know, when you go and you look at the way that Naventic was able to clutch it out towards that tail end of the game, I know that they want to win this series, but again, I think that the bigger picture here is that they have fought very closely with big-time competition, Optic Gaming and LG. I know that the one time that they did get 3-0'd, I can't remember exactly who that was against, but they said that they came out extremely flat. That was not how they typically play. This could be their day, could be their time to get that debut on the board. Yeah,
we'll see. First blood does go over to Trippy and destroy Contra, burns that camo, so quick early lead going over to Naventic. To Luminosity, 3 dead for Naventic. Finally destroyed, answers back with a kill of his own, but sniper rifle and scattershot initially grabbed by Luminosity. They need to make sure they can still secure this sniper rifle. It's down over by the nest.
Destroyed picked up 2 big kills. I mean, 3-2, you're the last guy alive, and somehow you're able to pick off 2. That's pretty solid. He also was able to give a lot of information to the rest of his team on where these guys are located, but LG, they answered back with some great team shot. Nobody could afford to give up any deaths at that time either, so they all stayed alive. Great job by Rain here, using the railing to his advantage to try to peek shoot with Ryan over towards top tower. And now they're just going to set up and wait for Naventic to make a mistake, wait for them to poke and try to make their push. Rain, he gets weak, so he's just going to back off. Destroyed getting that kill on Saiyan. That could open up the map for Naventic here, because Rain is already weak. APG's still weak as well, but that's the bait and switch that we were talking about. Got to be careful of that nade in the barrel. Trippy taking out Contra, so now the pressure slowing down just a little bit. Push unsuccessful there because of the bait and switch happening over towards the barrel side.
Yeah, and you can see from APG's point of view, sees 2 players running away from Nest, not trying to be in any kind of angles where Trippy might be able to pick them off. See Sane, he spots a player outside, that's Ryanu. Big battle, Ryanu does come out ahead there, but gets taken out. So Luminosity answering right back. Trippy here still with the sniper rifle on your screen. Scatter shot in the hands of APG. So these 2 players are standing next to each other. APG is on guard duty right now, just keeping anyone from backsmacking Trippy.
That's exactly what you want to do. Set up around your guys, and we've talked about it before in Eden. Look at the positioning of Trippy. Notice how he is not pushed up. He is on the back lines right now. Other players are trying to bait themselves out for them eventually as this camo comes up. That's when the big explosion is going to happen towards the middle of the map. Interesting angle coming in here for Trippy. He's looking over towards top tower area, but also sees another player drop down towards the basement window. Destroyed in a very vulnerable position right now. Curious to see what his play is going to be. He wants to get aggressive and challenge that, but APG in a great position to help his boy. And they're going to drop, and Trippy's going to stay alive.
Yeah, Trippy does a great job there, baiting and switching with APG. And like we said, APG, he's on that guard duty right now. So he's just sitting bottom mid with that scatter shot, doing everything he can to allow Trippy to zoom in on the map and not have to worry about someone on a flank.
Great shot there from Trippy, ripping off Contra's face. Let's see what else he has in store for us. You can see Naventic really slowing it down here. And that's what you want to do. You just want to, again, wait for these guys to make mistakes. You have the numbers, you have the weapons, you have the lead. It's your game for the taking here. They start to get aggressive and start challenging the players that are over towards the bunker, but if they don't clear this out, you can see they're staggered right now. Players on the left and players on the right. So Trippy, he could get caught in the middle. He eventually rotates to the bunker. Smart play by him.
Yeah, now they've got 2 sniper rifles here in favor of Luminosity, and saying he gets a kill. Trippy, he's already got a few headshots here. Wisely decides to back down, and now we are seeing the bunker set up here with 2 sniper rifles. Not something very common here on Rig, especially when Trippy, he's got that old sniper rifle. He's the one that is low on ammo right now.
I love how they're sticking together with one another, where if one person dies with the weapons, another person is in the vicinity to pick it up off of the dead player's body. That is exactly what you want to do. You never want the players on the other team to pick up the weapons. And now you see, again, Saiyan with the crossfire, Trippy with the crossfire on the other side. 2 kills going on over to Saiyan. 3 kills going on over to Saiyan. Kyle, I think we picked the wrong sniper to watch.
I was just thinking the same thing, Tom. Definitely the wrong sniper here. Saiyan has grabbed the last 3 kills, picks up another body shot on Prototype. That's kind of a big shout out to Prototype because he's gotten body shotted by the sniper rifle, I think 4 times now already.
Giving someone props for getting body shotted now?
Well, by just not dying. The fact that he's been able to avoid these headshots, you know, is doing wonders considering they have 2 snipers and he's getting them to waste some of that ammo.
This is not looking good for Naventic. My prediction, kind of want to change it right now based on how the beginning of this game is going, but Naventic, if they can, oh, Ryan, I thought he was going to pull off the assassination right there onto Saiyan. It doesn't matter, he still stays alive. Are you kidding me? Sometimes a little play like that can spark the squad. Killing the camo sniper rifle player would also be fairly big as well, but they can't locate exactly where Trippy is, and he's going to still stay alive.
Ooh, and Contra's tower 2, and Saiyan's right in front of him. Contra gets the back smack. Saiyan just needed to turn around to secure that kill here. But Trippy still with that camo, 24-12, so nice, healthy lead in game number 5. Nothing to be disappointed about here with that sniper rifle. Going to find another angle to take, and looks like he's got 2 players on his screen not looking at him. Ooh, luckily connects on that headshot there because I thought he was about to be taken out.
Yeah, and his camouflage is about to wear off. 13 kill lead, doubling up the score right now of Naventic. Not looking good. You got to get it going if you're Naventic. You can't afford to give up any dumb deaths. And when you look at the deaths, you have Contra sitting at 9, Destroyed sitting at 7. Combined, that is 16 deaths. That is way too many at this point in the game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, and you can see lots of action. The Naventic push is starting to happen. Prototype immediately flying in, fighting 2 different players, backing him down. Trippy lash on that sniper, not able to connect. And Prototype just so much confidence, and he has every right to be because he is the one that is winning these battles.
Yeah, he's currently sitting at 3 and 5. The rest of the guys have slowly but surely started catching up in the kills department. Contra right there is going to help that out just a little bit, sitting at 6-1 and 9. And again, this was the guy that I was picking to go big and was hoping that he was going to get the sniper rifle in his hand to be able to do so. Finally finds that weapon, but with a huge deficit to make up. 7 kills. It was a lot more than that, keep in mind, Kyle. They had a 12 or 13 kill deficit just a minute ago. So if they can continue to play how they have over this course of the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, we could be seeing a lot closer of a game 5.
Yeah, Luminosity definitely has to be careful. You do not be careful here. You definitely do not want to throw away a lead as large as they've had in a game number 5 against a team that has yet to pick up a series win here. That will just be demoralizing to close out the remainder of regular season.
That's for sure, but what do you do here if you're Naventic? Do you just slow play it when you're down? It's a difficult spot to be in because you want to get aggressive and you want to pick up the kills and try to erase the lead that LG has built. But we have a tweet coming in. Some of the best Halo all season. Twitch.tv/Halo, Halo, #ESL Halo, @ESL Halo. Keep those tweets coming in, guys. Those are the hashtags right there. He used all of them. I think he even used them a couple of times. That's how you get your tweet on the show, guys.
All right, now 29-22, so still within 7 kills. Contra has that sniper rifle. Plenty of ammo left to play here. Now Trippy gets himself a kill, so building on this lead a little bit. APG not recognizing where Contra is rotated with this weapon. And you can see Luminosity, they're starting to get kind of separated from each other, but a couple big 1v1 battles are won.
Yeah, Contra doesn't know exactly where he wants to go with the sniper rifle because LG's done a great job of rotating around and just baiting and switching, picking off kills every which way. APG, no one was expecting him to be crouching around that corner after 3 people rotated away towards that bunker area over towards top engine, but that's just one of those sneaky plays where you send the 3 over there and then while the other team tries to out-rotate you and play a little bit of ring around the rig, that's when you keep that 1 anchor back APG picking these players off, and now 10 kills to make up when you're already halfway through the game. Going to be very, very difficult.
Oh, and look at this spot. Contra's in. He's got a sniper rifle player to his left. He's got Trippy over here to his right. What is he going to decide to do? He's waiting for some of his teammates. Finally, once Trippy pushes in, he decides to shoot, but it's not enough. 2 of his teammates die. His location is given up now.
It's going to be one of those games, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. Trippy now, the player that was just taking no shields by Contra, who's hiding in the wall, does push him back again. Nice grenade throw, grabs himself a kill, and the spawns for Naventic do happen at Carbine, so reinforcements are on the way.
Yeah, Contra didn't mean to get that kill, so Halo giveth, then Halo taketh away. Unfortunately, not able to get that kill onto Trippy, who eventually goes and gets the camouflage scatter shot combo and punishing Contra for that decision of not killing him when he was free over towards bottom nest. I like where Contra's head was at. Sometimes you need to get some big plays and sneaky plays like that, especially when you're down. But I have a feeling if he wasn't under that circumstance and if the score was different and if it wasn't game number 5, he would have played that a lot differently.
Yeah, Insane grabs himself another sniper kill. Trippy had that scatter shot ready to put it on respawn, and sure enough, it does go on respawn. Not necessarily by choice that time, but up by 14 kills. Game number 5, 2.5 minutes left to play. Naventic starting to see their hopes of not being, you know, winless slowly close that door.
Most likely gonna happen. They're gonna fall to the LG squad, most likely to go 3 and 4 and secure themselves as that 5th seeded team, and rightfully so. This was a very tough fought series. Naventic doing everything they can to put that first win on the board, but it looks like they're gonna fall just short here in the game number 5. I'd be calling it a little bit closer if it was around 42 to 30, but those extra 4 kills really mean a world of difference because you can just go in and sacrifice your life for a trade there, and you don't even need a trade at this instance. 49 to 30, that's going to be all she wrote. Just a matter of time here on how stylish you want your last kill to be, and it's going to be APG with the beatdown onto Ryan.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Naventic, not nearly as close as they would have hoped that game 5 to be. 50 to 30, steak dinner coming out here for Luminosity. So what was a hard-fought series from Naventic? Kind of a little bit of a lackluster game 5 performance, not able to bring that one as close as they'd like. And we take a look at the stats, is everyone from Luminosity having a really good game. Trippy, Insane, definitely the MVPs there. Contra did what he could, but 9 and 13 not enough to propel this team forward.
Not at all. You got to give credit again to this LG squad for a very hard-fought series. Positive 10 is no joke in a game number 5, so shout out to Trippy for the big stats in that one. But coming from the red side,
power weapon kills.
Yeah, power weapon kills heavily in the favor. You could see right
infinitely in their favor.
Infinitely in their favor. Very, very one-sided. Almost impossible in a game number 5 scenario to win that game when you're not able to connect. I mean, you lost by 20 kills. You had 0 power weapon kills and they had 12. Keep in mind, not any camouflage I can remember going on over to the hands of Naventic. Really not much going for them besides a little mini spree in the middle of the game that seemed like they're going to be able to bring it within single digits. They did bring it within single digits. I thought it got as close as the 5 kills towards that 35 kill mark, but towards 30, I think it was around...
I know it was at least 37 to 30.
Yeah, so around 37 to 30 and 0 kills pretty much being after that.
Wait,
from the side
they
of Naventic.
literally got 0 kills.
Yeah, it was a 13 kill run.
Wow.
I think it was a lot of unanswered kills pretty much.
Didn't even notice that.
And if you think about it, if Naventic is the team to go and have all those unanswered kills, they go and just completely erase the deficit. But again, LG, credit to them. That was a very tough series. Naventic, they brought as much as they could to the table, just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and no issue for, was it Trippy this time around, coming home from school, so he had plenty of time.
Yeah.
As you might remember last week, that situation there. So obviously big props to Luminosity Gaming. Hard-fought series, closed it out in a very strong fashion and should give them a lot of confidence here as we move over into the little break before Denver.
All right, it looks like we have an interview with the head coach of Luminosity. We have Hoaxer on the other line. Hoax, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys loud and clear.
All right, so big series, tough series. Naventic, they came in swinging in that series. But game 5, 50 to 30, wasn't very close. Why do you think that game was handled so well on your guys' end?
Overall, I mean, we kept our composure, and I felt like we got some pretty clutch camos. They managed to get away with one of them. I was pretty surprised that they were able to. I think it was Ryan Noob. But overall, we kept control over scatter, and we got the camos the most part of the game. We just kind of clutched it up.
Now, what kind of happened in that true CTF game? Because even though Naventic took that one, kind of seemed like you guys had a lot of flag captures that probably should have come in. Ryan Noob comes to mind in particular, who had, I think, 2 pretty clutch stops there. Was some of those flanks that you saw from him in the double kill 2v1 situations, what do you, attribute that to?
Honestly, I feel like it was a mix of mixed communication on our end, and also just bad timing. There were points where we would send 2 to return the flag, and it just they just clutched up with a nade and just got a cluster luck on us, and it just kind of just was a buzzkill for us. So we were just kind of off balance on that game type for sure.
So you've been sticking with LG for quite some time. Now you've seen this roster go through what we've been calling the growing pains that new teams go through. How do you feel about from where you guys started to where you guys are now?
I feel like we are definitely in the, we have a step in the right direction for sure. And even, in the past season, I saw great potential in us. And obviously, we start seeing a lot more potential in the beginning of this season, and there's just a lot of hope. I see a lot of potential with this team, and we have. I feel like we're a little bit underlooked, but teams are starting to see that we have what it takes to beat any team if we're playing on point.
All right, now we've been asking everyone this, and you've got 1 series left ahead of us. EG versus Ronin. What is your prediction?
I think Ronin might pull out the upset on this one.
All right.
I've been watching EG. They've been kind of struggling in scrims, and I know it's just scrims, but I've just been paying attention to the chemistry. It's just, I don't know, it seems it's a little off. So I think Ronin's looking good.
You got to give us a series score.
3-2 Ronin.
Okay. All right.
3-2 Ronin.
Thought he was going to try to get away with just predicting the win and no series score.
No.
All right. All right, Hoax, congratulations on the win. You guys did work today, and we'll see you in Denver.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, there you have it.
Yeah, Luminosity comes out in Game 5. So the predictions so far have been correct. At the very least, it was just 1 game off for the Snakebite.
It's because Walshy's not predicting, so.
That's true. Well, she does hit the nail on the head sometimes there. But, of course, if you're at home watching and you want to know how you can participate or even find out more information about DreamHack Denver as well, you can head over to halo.gg for all the information about the open circuit here. That does it for our 3rd match of the night. Our very final match of the fall season of Pro League will be EG versus Ronin. We've heard predictions from coaches and players now. We'll find out how that one finishes right after this short break.